All right, coming to you live from the rinks in Hauppauge. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, our camerawoman Rowan Laddick, taking you through this freshman game between Southampton and KPC. And for Southampton, they have 5 skaters total for their team tonight. I would imagine there's more on the way, but this could be a long night for those 5 skaters, as the bench will be non-existent for them, at least currently. Starting goaltender Leontios Terriazos is in net for the Whalers, who in their opening game were in the green jerseys. They're in their typical crimson. Opening chance, KPC, and a great save made by Terriazos. Start this game. Southampton 0-1, an 8-4 loss to St. Anthony. However, a bit misleading. There's another player. Well, they've got 6 now. It's Marley Magnotta making her way over to the bench. They've got 6 now. I said to Rowan before the game started, I think they need at least 7. Not an overly large bench on the other end of the ice either for KPC. Just 3 players on it, but typically is enough to roll at least 2 pairs and have 1 sub forward. Or 2 forwards, 3 defensemen, if you want to do it that way. Icing against Southampton. KPC 1-0 on the season. First game could have gone much better. A 7-0 victory against Northport Huntington to start their freshman campaign. As the Knights have it in the offensive zone here to Zolo. Around the boards, it's Carson Esturo in net for KPC. Trying to get it over to O'Sullivan. Turn the other way to Zolo. But now O'Sullivan over the line, onside, just barely. O'Sullivan, nice move, gets space, takes that shot, save made. Esturo. Good early chance for the Whalers. Craig calling for it, getting it. Craig into open space, walking on the backhand. Craig back to the forehand, ran out of runway and shot off the side of the net. Chipped out of the zone by Resicue. Ahead for Waterman. KPC into the zone. Waterman. Banks one for Allstat. Plays it behind. Fired up the near side by Craig. Held in by Waterman. Stretch pass connects with O'Sullivan. Stepping up to make a play on it with Schwartz. O'Sullivan takes it back 2-on-1, developing with Kessler. Kessler calling for it. Pass off the side of the net. Again, O'Sullivan running out of room to make that pass. Craig keeps it in along the near wall. Walks. Craig. Didn't quite have a passing lane. Good defense from Waterman. Backhands it around. Picking it up is Kessler. Kessler to the blue line. O'Sullivan can't keep in, and Allstat takes off after it. Allstat in, shot, scores! What a play made by Allstat. He turned on the Jets, quickly caught up with that puck, and fired it through the 5-hole of Terriazos. Watch again. Left the defender in the dust and buried it 5-0, 1-0 in favor of the Knights. So Allstat the goal. Opens the scoring here tonight. Brody Allstat. His second of the season. It's Merritt Bistrain Emtage. The touch. Kretz gets shoved down by Schwartz. Schwartz looking skyward as he knows he's going to the box. And I say Schwartz, I mean Joey Schwartz. So 11 left here in the first period. Make a wish. If your wish was for Southampton to get a power play, your wish was granted. Craig. Bistrain Emtage. Off her stick. Waterman going the other way. Great play by Craig, and he toe drags at the line. Puck does eventually come off his stick and all the way down. Tizzolo chasing it down. Roughing the penalty against Schwartz. Tizzolo shorthanded as it's stripped of him by Craig. Craig lead pass, hoping to get it to Kessler. Too far for him. Won't have enough for icing. Waterman sends around. Kretz gets there. Keeps in. Played behind the goal line. And fired out. About a minute left of this power play. Flipped up high into the air over the stick of Tucci. And getting there with authority. O'Sullivan, the shot, save, rebound, big rebound. Emtage, the drive, save made. Asturo. Oh, Carson Asturo making a couple of great saves early in this game, keeping Southampton off the board. Grab another look at that last sequence. And nice play from O'Sullivan, pushing the agenda, the chance off the ricochet for Kessler, and then Merritt, Bistrain Emtage, ending up putting it back on goal, and great saves from Asturo. Keeps KPC in front by one. Stick goes flying. That'll be a penalty. Call it delay a game or unsportsmanlike conduct, as Tucci, out of frustration, just fired O'Sullivan's stick all the way to the near side. To get him on the penalty there. It's a 5-on-3 for about 33 seconds. Huge opportunity for the shorthanded Southampton squad. And I say shorthanded, I just mean personnel-wise. They have the 5-on-3, quite the opposite of shorthanded on the ice. O'Sullivan will take the draw. Very important face-off. You want control with the 5-on-3. If they clear it out, they being KPC, that's a lot of precious 5-on-3 time wasted trying to get back into the zone. But it's won by KPC, and Tizzola to the line and out, all the way down. Big clear. Interference is the penalty listed against Tucci. Craig. Stick handles in. Craig try to drop pass for O'Sullivan. Comes back to the blue line. Kretz the shot blocked, and in the equipment of Allstat, who again puts on the Jets. Allstat, he scores again! Short-handed on the 5-on-3. Second of the game for Allstat, both coming by way of breakaway. There it is again. What a start to the game for Allstat. Doubles KPC's lead. They now are ahead 2-0. Both unassisted goals from Allstat. O'Sullivan. Gonna bring it around to the near side. Bistrain Emtage comes on over. Craig keeps in. Battle along the near side. One Waterman 2-on-1 developing. Has Alstad with him. Waterman trying to go inside, outside, and getting in the way of it. Nice little defensive play made by Kretz. That shot over the top. Craig keeping it on along the near side. Fires a pass across, trying to get it to Magnotta. Puck comes out. Craig hustling back and makes a great defensive play to break up the rush for KPC. At the line, struggling to get in. Now Kretz does bring it in over the blue line. His pass across, deflects high up into the air, and Tazola can play it on the other side for the Knights. Tazola trying to get it to Schwartz, does. Schwartz, the shot, scores! 3-0 KPC. Two of those three coming shorthanded, and what a pass. Sauced across to Schwartz, and Schwartz beats Terriazos. High glove. 3-0 KPC. 15 seconds left on the power play. Schwartz gets plastered in the corner. Is down. Just scored a goal. We hope he's okay. Joey Schwartz is still down. It is a penalty, and O'Sullivan off to the box. And with Schwartz still down and the head coach coming out to check up on him, we'll step aside. 3-0 KPC, 7:54 left here in the first. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. All right, welcome back. Schwartz under his own power to the bench. He's being looked at now by the coaching staff, perhaps some trainers and such. And would be a significant loss just because of the manpower or lack thereof for KPC. It would basically put them in line, though, with their opponent, who has a one-player bench. Should be a two-player bench if Schwartz is unable to go. Of course, the more important thing is his health and that he's okay. I do hope the best for Joey Schwartz. Here's Craig. Now Southampton will be shorthanded for about $1.23. That starts now. Let's fix that. Yep, power play KPC. Backhander off the side of the net from Tazola. Bistrin Emtage. Nice move through center, will flip in. So Sullivan boarding the penalty. And that comes with it, I believe, a misconduct that will be served by Marley Magnotta. Now, once the 2-minute power play is over, Magnotta can come out of the box, but O'Sullivan will be in there for another 10. And with a bench that short, that's a big loss. A goal for KPC. Comes way of the power play. Terriazos stretched out with that left pad, but couldn't quite get it. And so Magnotta comes out of the box. There is the goal. See it just tip over the pad. Scored by Tizzolo. 4-0 KPC early here in the first period. Again, O'Sullivan remaining in the box. Austin Tizzolo from Brian Tucci, the goal. That shot fought off by Terriazos. KPC continuing to apply the pressure. To the blue line, Allstat, Rister. Flashing the blocker on it was Terriazos. Back again for Allstat. It's 2 goals already in the game. Allstat trying to pass that one out in front, fanned on it. Now we'll get it to Waterman. Waterman backhands it back for Tucci. Slap shot goes well wide. Fired up the near side, not out, held in by Brian Tucci. Waterman, backdoor play. What a save by Terriazos. And now Craig will stick handle out. Has Kretz on the near side, the pass across. Getting a stick on it for KPC. A nice little play made by Ryan Schwartz. Allstat halted at the line. Now Craig will bring it in for the Whalers. Craig trying to get around Schwartz. Now bumped by Waterman. Or pardon, that is Allstat. Brody Allstat. Pass ahead, hits Rescue, rolls on goal to Terriazos, who will seal it up and cover. 5:04 remaining here in the first period. It's been all nights, with a couple of good opportunities from Southampton shut down by Carson Asturo. Again, it's that penalty to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan had a good start to the game, too. One of their better players out of commission for the next 8 minutes plus. More offensive zone time for KPC, and a good save through traffic made by Terriazos. Another wrister blocked down by Bistrain Emptage. That shot over the glove. They score 5-0 KPC. It looks like that's Joey Tizzolo getting the goal that time. The 5th goal of the game. It is Joey Tizzolo from Jared Waterman. You'll see it here from the far circle. Bar down over the glove of Terriazos. So you got a hat trick already for Allstat and a pair of goals from the Tizzolos, Joey and Austin. Here is Joey. Centering feed for Austin, just off the mark. Tucci held in, but dangerous pass. Can Southampton take advantage? That's Tucci hustling back to rescue the puck in his own end. And a beautiful breakout pass on the tape of Rescue. Rescue with Austin Tizzolo. Rescue, the wrister. Save made by Terriazos. Got a piece of it with the right shoulder before it deflected over the net. Chance here for Kretz. Kretz shoved into the boards, that time by Joey Tizzolo. Joey, Rescue. Into the zone, it's offside. Austin Tizzolo just barely unable to stay onside with 3:29 left in the first period. Thank you so much for tuning in to Suffolk County High School Hockey League, LI Sports Network here on this Saturday night. Some freshman hockey action. Ryan Brannigan, cameraman, technical support from Rowan Laddick, doing the producing and other things such as holding and maneuvering our camera. I'm your scoreboard operator in addition to calling the game here as well tonight. Craig, nice little move. Craig just unable to get back onto the puck. It's Allstat. He's been all over the place, Allstat. Around the Southampton and wraparound try denied by Terriazos and flipped to center. A rolling puck will eventually make a sharp left turn, before it'll cross the goal line for a potential icing. Allstat. Pass. Good intercept by Kretz. He's just unable to do anything with it. Beyond that, Waterman. Over the line, Waterman. Battling a check from Kessler. Allstat centering feed. Austin Tozzolo was there. Backdoor. Puck never got to him. Kretz, nice little cross-ice feed. Hoping for Magnotta. Waterman lifting her stick and taking over behind the net. For an outlet pass hits Tucci. Tucci stabbed away by Craig. Kretz, cross-ice feed. Flashes across Magnotta and Kessler. And on for Allstat, who picks up speed around the net. Into the neutral zone with a touch from Tucci. He's in. The shot off the post. Looking for goal number 4 was Allstat. And he's got all of the energy in the world in this game that will feature a ton of ice time for all the players involved. Matter of fact, the 5 on the ice for Southampton have not been able to make a change because O'Sullivan has been in the box serving that extra 10 minutes tacked on to the boarding penalty. So if you're wondering why Southampton seems a bit stagnant out there, that's a big reason why. Not that they're able to really change much of their personnel regardless, because they've only got 6 skaters. Oh, a chance for Magnotta, nearly. And not sure what we have here. And what was that? It's like Magnotta getting a bit feisty in response to something. Got the KPC fans to my right a little. Got them to speak up. It was behind the play. I had looked to my left. It's moments like these you wish you had another pair of eyes. Rowan, did you see what happened on that? What shove to the face. All right, so that's what happened. That's what the KPC fans reacted to. And a 5-minute major to Marley Magnotta for fighting. I don't know. She getting thrown out? Don't know yet. I think if it's fighting, which it says on here that it is a game misconduct. Which, for Southampton, they already only have 6 skaters. One of them's in the box for boarding. And now Magnotta, who is the 6th, be going out of the game. They'll be left with just 5 skaters. I don't know what I would do if I were one of those players on the ice, and that's my situation. Yep, there goes Magnotta. She's gone. Oh, an exhausting night for the 4 remaining players on the ice as O'Sullivan remains in the box for the boarding. This is something you couldn't have happen. I didn't even update the score yet. My apologies, folks. It's 5-0 KPC. Oh, boy. Boy, oh, boy. And now someone must serve the penalty for Magnotta, but they don't have enough players. Rowan, they don't have enough players. They should have 4 on the ice right now, but someone's got to serve the penalty for Magnotta, who's been thrown out of the game. So it's a 5-on-3 by default? Oh, boy. Wow. Southampton have found themselves in quite the pickle. They're going to be real sour after this. Backhanded out of the zone, and it's a 5-minute power play that I think continues regardless of if they score or not. So let's get that up there. 4:34 and counting on the KPC. 5-on-3 by default. Allstat walks, fires, save made Terriazos. Terriazos is going to get tons of work in this game. A lot of practice for making some very difficult saves for Terriazos. Tucci walks and scores. It's a sixer up on the board for the Knights of KPC. Tucci the goal. Already had an assist earlier in the game. Goal and assist for Austin Tizzolo as well. And as I mentioned, that power play remains. Nobody out of the box. Still a 5-on-3 by default. And it's such an interesting sight looking at the Southampton bench and only seeing the coaches. There are no players. 3 on the ice, 2 in the box, 1 out of the game. As we've reached the end of the first period. And these intermissions are the only breaks these Southampton players are getting in this game. Outside of the whistles that stop play, but they will not have a chance to sit, drink, or any of that unless it is in between periods, which is the case for the goaltenders. And now for their players. We'll step aside. It's 6-0 after 1. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, Rowan Laddick will be back for the second in just a moment. Well, welcome back to the Rinks and Hop Hog. Listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, Ryan Brannigan. And this game, which is 6-0, in which all of the skaters, especially those of Southampton, will get all the ice time they could have ever wished for in this one. For Southampton, the 3 you see out on the ice right now, those will be the 3, plus the 2 additional in the box for the remainder of the game. They only had 6 skaters to begin with, and 1 of them has been thrown out. As for KPC, they have 3 players on their bench, 5 on the ice. As this game is reminiscent of one maybe you'll see in Beer League. And even for Beer League, I would be dreading it, as there's Joey Tizzola attacking on another goal. And getting some Joey love from the fans to my left. A little Joey baby as he puts his second up on the board. Seven nothing. They'll do that face-off over again. And again, the power play continues on because it was a 5-minute major for fighting. From Marley Magnotta. So a bit late to the update to get any assists on that goal is game sheet. I can tell you it's Joey's second of the game. So that shot denied by Terriazos. 3:18 left on the major. Joey had a goal coming into the game, so he's up to 3 on the year. Allstat had a goal coming into this season. He is up to, I believe, 3 on the year as well. Another shot denied by Terriazos. And reinforcements have arrived for Southampton, and much needed reinforcements. Now, why doesn't he come right out onto the ice? Is he not allowed to? Do they need another stoppage? No, they're telling him, get out here. Come on, we need you. And then catch who it was. Coming out, but I'll let you know as soon as I do. Oh, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We are back. 8-0 is your score. We'll get the score and time and all that other good stuff caught up. There's 31 more seconds on the major penalty to Marley McNaughton remaining. And the reinforcement, number 98, I don't know if you caught it or not, if it made it or not, Evan Goldstein. Is that shot denied by Terriazos? Another save made by Mr. Leontios Terriazos. So let's adjust that clock for you folks. We got just 16 seconds left before we're back to even strength, which we feel like we haven't been for over half a period now. Game clock reads 11:25. There we go. There we go. All right, Tucci. Goal scored by Austin Tizzolo. Alstead Waterman the assist. Here is O'Sullivan back, and he scores! He was serving that penalty for what felt like an eternity, itching to get back into the game. He does. He scores. It's 8-1. And look at this beautiful finish to the backhand. That's how it's done. And have they missed him? A boarding penalty, which comes with it a 10-minute misconduct, during which he was serving the fighting major penalty assessed to McNaughton. So at one point, Southampton had just 3 skaters out on the ice. Craig for Kretz. Kretz backhand pass, hoping for a backdoor. O'Sullivan broken up. Waterman pass across, intercepted. Now Craig has it. Again, now one player on the bench for Southampton. Backhand pass. Goldstein has it behind the net. Goldstein checked by Austin Tizzolo. Tumbles down, plays it from his knees, hoping for Craig. And Kretz there as well. O'Sullivan and Bistrin Emtage are back on defense. Good move by Tucci, but Emtage gets in the way of it. Trying to work his way down the far wall is Kessler. Wow, look at this. A hockey game is brought out, has broken out here. With 5 minutes into the second period. Is it crazy to think, with Goldstein now on the ice and no one in the box and a 6-player bench, that Southampton has a chance? With that much time left in the game, they'd have to start scoring a few, gain some momentum, and maybe someone else shows up late for Southampton. I didn't expect Goldstein to pull through, and he has. It's in the corner. Well, KPC are a very good team regardless. They have established that 8-0 lead. Allstat Schwartz. Shot denied by Terriazos. Around for Waterman. Craig gets over there along with O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan backhanding it along the far wall. An opportunity. 2-on-1 developing. It's Craig to Goldstein, but Goldstein a little bit too far out of his reach on the backhand there. Had to just take it into the corner. A battle ensues. O'Sullivan knocks down Schwartz. Puck comes free to the other side where it's skated into the neutral zone by Bakar. So reinforcements coming for KPC now. As Bakar out on the ice. Allstat, he was electric in the first period. Hands it off to Zola. One-time shot. A diving stick save made by Terriazos. He got over there and robbed Schwartz. And that Schwartz, more reinforcements, as that Schwartz, I believe, is Joey. Joey joined by Ryan Schwartz out there now. Kessler. Tucci. O'Sullivan picks up the loose puck. Turns on the Jets. Tucci does a good job of slowing down O'Sullivan, but O'Sullivan, like a runaway freight train, still on it, hits the brakes. Sharp angle shot denied. Rebound, Estero got the left pad on that one. Not out. Kretz a shot. Caught up and blocked by O'Sullivan in front. He did his best to dodge it. He couldn't. Tucci taken away by Kretz. Out of the zone. Goldstein trying to move it instead. KPC the other way. Tucci, what a move! He scores! A spinorama beauty from Brian Tucci. It's 9-1. We'll be seeing that one again, I'm sure. Oh, snuck it in the post. It doesn't get much better than that. He knows it. It makes it 9-1, but a highlight reel goal is a highlight reel goal, and unfortunate for Merritt Bistrin Emtage that she was the defender on that play. (9-1). 50-50 draw. Thrown ahead by Rescue. Spinning out of harm's way is Evan Goldstein. Tries a cross-ice saucer pass that gets knocked down at center. And now back onto the stick of Joey Schwartz. Rolls around. Goldstein in the far corner. Off the dasher. To the far blue. Waterman Rister blocked down in front. Austin Tizzolo, or rather Joey, centering feed blocked. Comes O'Sullivan, tries to go inside outside around a couple of Knights and ultimately stopped by Waterman. The other way, Rescue, Rister stopped by Terriazos. Kessler for Goldstein. Trying to get around Austin Tizzolo. Or sorry, Joey Tizzolo. Fired, touched by Austin. Has to go back all the way the length of the ice to get it before finding Joey Tizzolo. Intercepted by O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan trying to outmaneuver all of those Knights is a difficult task, as he finds out. Believe the Whalers were offside regardless. 6 minutes remain here in the second period. A truly unique hockey game, to say the least, as we've seen a fight, a boarding penalty, a team with very few players, another team with even fewer players, players coming from midway, entering the game midway through, and a lot of goals. So many goals. A shot off the draw, stopped by Estero. And we've had our fair share of great saves as well. There's a penalty here. Joey Tizzolo off for a hook. And thus, power play Southampton. Bistrin Emtage has it knocked off her stick. Allstat, 2 goals already in the game. He's not going to try to increase it. He's instead going to search for some teammates. Selfless play from Allstat. And he finds the open Schwartz. And Joey Schwartz will play it around, force Southampton to go the full length. Bistrin Emtage pass taken away. Allstat sent it back, in trouble, and stepping on the puck was Schwartz. Joey Schwartz O'Sullivan centers one, hoping for Kretz. Knocked off his stick. Goldstein. Try to get it to Merritt. Bistranemtage. Comes out of the zone. Craig will reset. Finds the open O'Sullivan on the far wing. O'Sullivan gets slammed into by Schwartz. That shot off the bar. Taken by Craig. Taken by Craig, who goes to the bench for a change. Bacard finds Allstat. Passed it to Austin Tozzolo. Bacard is bumped into by O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan takes the puck away, and then he gets knocked out. That'll be a penalty against KPC. So a 5-on-3 for 22 seconds.
Nice hit, Mooch.
Joey Schwartz off to the box. 5-on-3 for the Whalers for 22 seconds. Southampton have their 5. And look at that, 2 players on the bench for Southampton. Did they get another new addition that I missed? I don't know. Nice. Yes, they did. That new addition's out there right now. It's Declan McNamee. And she's got some juice. Behind the net, 5-on-3. Huge chance for the Whalers. Expires now, so a 5-on-4 the rest of the way. Shot just wide from Goldstein. Craig picks it up on the far blue. It's 1:25 left on the power play now. Allstat takes it away. Allstat going to coast the 9-1 lead. Not trying to put any more salt into the wound. Left the puck behind him. So Craig. And yes, a goaltending change. There's McNamee. She's in. Backhand. Oh, what a save. Fabulous chance right away for McNamee. And she is downright robbed. Wow. Declan McNamee robbed. My apologies. Declan McNamee is a boy. The flowing hair really did get me there. I do sincerely apologize. Goldstein falls down. Craig. Referees say he falls down on his own volition. You be the judge of that. Craig. Good lead pass. McNamee hits the brakes. Little stutter step. McNamee ultimately knocked off his stick. Yeah, there we go. To the blue line, held in by Craig. McNamee. Finding Kretz, the wrister blocker save. Asturo. Craig chips it down the wall. McNamee gets space. Wrister save made. Rebound loose. Kessler couldn't quite find it in front of the net. Not out of the zone. Craig. 11 seconds left on this Southampton power play. McNamee. A wrist shot. Glove save made. Asturo will hold on to it. So there's 4 seconds left on the power play for Southampton. And given how they've played with the addition of McNamee, it begs the question, if they had a full-strength roster from the get-go, would they score be different? I venture to say yes. Waterman comes in offside. Bacard. Cross nearly intercepted, taken away by McNamee. Goldstein, lead pass, McNamee. Past the stick, and here's Tucci. Catching back up with it. Tucci bumped into by O'Sullivan. McNamee unable to keep it in. O'Sullivan, great pass. Craig, 2-on-0, gets the pass over, they score! What a play for Southampton as they get their second goal of the game. It goes from O'Sullivan to Craig, and get a look at this pass. Totally sells him on the shot. And Goldstein, I mean, what a nearly stopped it. Great Sturrow. But Goldstein buries it. It's 9-2. Craig. Intercepted. Bacard the other way. A little skirmish in the far corner as we enter the final minute here in the second. Joey Tizzolo's shot stopped by Terriazos. And McNamee will home run pass, connects with Goldstein. Goldstein couldn't settle it down before Ryan Schwartz came over to break it up. O'Sullivan trying to keep it in the zone and play it across. Taken away by KPC. Allstat going to the net. Gets the Bacard pass, sends it back out in front. Save made Terriazos, and we get a stoppage. 12 seconds left here in the second. Face off to the right of Terriazos, won by the Whalers. They cannot clear. It's held in. Shot from the circle, stopped by Terriazos. Swing and a miss in front from Kessler, and that'll do it in the second period. And this game is 9-2, but Southampton showing definite signs of life. Certainly helps when you have some more players out there that you didn't at the start of the game. And it just leaves you wondering what if. Anyway, 9-2 at the end of 2. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, I'll be back for the third period in just a moment. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Rinks and Hop Hog. Third period getting underway. No, there's not that little time left. Hold on, hold on. There we go. 14-40. Score is 9-2 in favor of KPC. Southampton, though, with 2 of the last 3 goals in the game. And they're looking for more. They score. Craig off the great setup by McNamee. It's 9-3. Oh. I mentioned at the end of the second, with the new additions and more complete lineup, that who knows if they had started the game that way where this game would be. I highly doubt it would be 9-3 in favor of KPC. And so that what if continues to be ever present. It would be one of the greatest comebacks I think I've ever seen if it does get complete. Here's McNamee. Nice move. Shot. Oh, just over the top. Man, what an addition Declan McNamee has been to this Southampton team, who have all the momentum here in the third period, trailing by 6. Craig from McNamee was the most recent goal. And for Craig, his first of the season. Or, pardon me, his second of the season, because he scored his first of the season earlier this game. Face-off kicks to the far wall. It's Evan Goldstein, another late addition, who's made a big impact. Oh, Sullivan denied by Asturo. And there's another big save from Asturo. Meanwhile, here's Allstat back on his Jets. Fire save made Terriazos. 4th or 5th breakaway of the game for Allstat. He had both of his goals come by way of breakaway earlier. This one gets denied by the Southampton netminder. Oh, it's been a very bizarre game, to say the least. 9-3 is where we stand. Hat trick for Brian Tucci. Pair of goals for Austin Tizzolo and Brody Allstat. And a goal from Joey Tizzolo. Craig. Pass. Hit the stick of Austin Tizzolo. And Merritt Bistron Emtage fires this puck all the way down. Will not be an icing. Was off of a Knights player takeaway. McNamee in the corner. McNamee around the net. Declan McNamee. Tried to fire one across. It hit a stick and came out of the zone. Craig. Return pass for Kretz. Intercepted. Here comes Joey Tizzolo. Around Kretz. Tizzolo for Austin. To go. Do we have a goal? Yes! Yes, we have a goal. That took a while. I don't even think I got the replay because it took so long. Look at this. Is it in? Is it in? Is it in? Is it in? It is. Wait for it. In, says the official. 10th goal of the game for KPC. And for Austin Tizzolo, that is a hat trick. 3-goal night for Austin Tizzolo. Brian Tucci, he's got the other hat trick and an assist. Looking for more. Blocker save made Terriazos. And perhaps that string of Southampton goals have sparked KPC to get back into it. They were coasting a bit, I believe. Could also be a product of the short bench. Both teams dealing with the short bench. Southampton really were up against it. Austin Tizzolo sends in Kessler into the far corner to get it. Fires across for Craig. Past the stick of Craig, but there's his teammate O'Sullivan to a breakout pass looking for Mr. Emtage that doesn't go. Back in. to the Southampton zone. Kessler. Off the near boards, right onto the stick of O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan to the backhand, gets around Waterman. O'Sullivan to the forehand, and outstretched to Sturrow, makes another great save. And then they score! 4 up on the board for Southampton now. Here's the save on O'Sullivan. Watch him stay with the puck. Watch, stays with it, right back out in front, and McNamee, that's exactly where you want to go. Just park yourself right out in front of the net. Good things happen on Declan McNamee. Since coming into the game, has made quite the difference. McNamee from O'Sullivan, 10-4, over. This game not over. Here is McNamee to the backhand. McNamee stopped by Sturrow. McNamee, a goal and an assist. Since entering the game midway through period number 2, huge hit by O'Sullivan, and we've seen this from O'Sullivan. Frustration or lack of discipline getting the best of him, and had to serve that boarding penalty and subsequent 10-minute misconduct when Southampton only had 6 skaters on their team. That knocked them down to 5 and then 4 because someone's got to serve the penalty with him. So there goes O'Sullivan having a discussion with the official. Now, Sullivan's got to be careful. 3 penalties for 1 player in a single game gets them thrown out. Now, I don't know if that counts the boarding penalty, which comes with the misconduct, as 2 separate penalties. I think that's separate. So he won't be thrown out of the game for this penalty. But be careful if he gets another. .10:42 left. 10-4 your score. Roughing the call against O'Sullivan, who just picked up that assist on the most recent Whaler goal. There's some KPC players in the penalty box here. Hold on. Yeah, Ryan Schwartz off for an unsportsmanlike. And Southampton signaling to the bench for 1 more so that it would be 5-on-5. There are 5 KPC players out there, and yes, so in comes Craig off the bench. So no shorthanded anything coming out of the last sequence. Roughing O'Sullivan, unsportsmanlike Ryan Schwartz. We stay 5 aside. Long wrist shot deflected just wide. Kretsch centering pass. Hit a body. Trying to keep it in. Craig. Rescue got it by him. Rescue try to get that centering pass. Kessler did a good job coming back to break it up. Here's Goldstein. Trying to evade 2 forechecking Knights. Does. Gets it to Kessler. Kessler home run pass blocked. But hits it right back. Hits Kretsch. Kretsch with McNamee. They're onside. McNamee. Try to hit Goldstein, intercepted, and now going the other way. Austin to Zolo, McNamee trying to get back to Zolo to the backhand, slid it just wide before sliding and slamming into the boards behind the net. That pass too far for its intended target. Evan Goldstein will go down for an icing against Southampton. Here's Rescue in the box with Ryan Schwartz. Joey Tozzolo. Shot blocked, chipped out. Southampton have numbers. Goldstein. Centering pass blocked. Good job by Waterman. And now Goldstein, removed of the puck, makes a great play to break up a potential rush the other way for KPC. Nevertheless, it's Allstat. In, shot, off the post, off the back of the goaltender, and it didn't go in. Oh my goodness. McNamee. A little center ice flip finds its way to Goldstein. Has Craig with him. Goldstein hits the brakes, looks over his options. Finds, nearly found McNamee. Bistrain Emtage, that pass blocked. Sends another one through. Kretz. Can't do much with it. Allstat the other way with tons of speed. And Tucci takes the shot, missed the net. It'll come all the way down to McNamee. McNamee establishes the zone, hits the brakes, looks for help, and that's Tucci coming from behind to break it up. But McNamee nearly took it away. Off the back of the skate of Allstat. Southampton quickly touch up, but puck rolling right back to Allstat. Who's in? Allstat to the forehand, scores! Hat-trick goal for Allstat. 11-4, KPC lead. Watch again. Looks like Terriazos was going to go for the forecheck and then decided against it. Perhaps he should have just sent it for that poke check. But hindsight is 20/20. 11-4. Allstat is third of the game. That's 3 hat tricks for KPC. 3 different players with 3+ goals. Rolls on to Terriazos, who will seal it up. Brody Allstat, Austin Tozzolo, and Brian Tucci, all with 3 goals. McNamee. Good lead pass, O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan. Nice move. Backhand save made, Asturo. O'Sullivan, nice move. Continues to get toward the net. Save made. It's still loose. Backhand shot. They score. Who took it? We'll take another look as the goal scoring continues. What do we have here? Do we have a goal? Yes, we do. 11-5. All right, who scored it? I wasn't looking. Shame on me. Well, penalty against KPC. This game has been bonkers, man. What is happening? Kevin Kretz the goal. For Kretz, first of the year. 11-5. Power play Southampton. McNamee. Nice move, McNamee. Oh, the dangle save made, Asturo. McNamee centers on the backhand. O'Sullivan turns, shoots wide, and cleared by KPC. And now you see a bit of the fatigue showing as Craig losing that foot race to Austin Tozzolo. Try to pull one out in front, poked away by Terriazos. Here comes Southampton back the other way. It's Martin O'Sullivan trying to split through the D. He can't. And nearly held in by Goldstein, but the puck out of the zone. Terriazos going to help out his defense by coming out to play the puck. Something we really don't see from him. But he connects with a pass to Craig. Under a minute to go in the power play for Southampton. They trail 11-5. Goldstein to McNamee. McNamee with Joey Tozzolo all over him. McNamee to Goldstein. Goldstein, wrist shot, save made, Asturo. O'Sullivan trying to pick it up in the corner. O'Sullivan does. Wheeling into the slot, O'Sullivan turns, fires over the net. Rebound, McNamee off the side of the net, nearly made it 11-6. Goldstein to McNamee, scores! The game of goals, 11-6. The Mouse let me down there as I couldn't get it over in time to get the replay as well as it could have been, but 11-6, McNamee in what has been less than half a game played. Now has 2 goals and an assist. As Southampton strike on the power play. There's 6 minutes left. They trail by 5. They once trailed by 8, 9-1, the score it was. Oh, turnover, shot just wide by Kratz, looking for number 2. Bestrain Emtage centering pass. Finally does come O'Sullivan on an alert save made by Asturo. Southampton, all the momentum right now. This would be, I'd love to know if we have records on it. I'm going to text my sources after this game what the largest comeback in SCHSHL history, or at least the history we have access to, has ever been. I'd gather no one has come back from down by 8 this late in the game. Southampton still ways away from doing that, but they're on the right track. Backhand shot, stop. Oh, it goes in! Oh my goodness! It's 11-7. Oh my. And Asturo, who's been, despite the 6 goals, fantastic, might want this one back. A little dribbling backhand shot, and it just squeaked on through. Not sure who gets credit for the goal there. Saw the high five coming to the direction of McNamee. See who officially gets it. McNamee, by the way, assist going to Goldstein and O'Sullivan on the last one. It's going to be Kessler with the goal from Goldstein. So here we go, 11-7. 5:17 left. And I think the biggest thing for Southampton is they can't allow another goal. I think they can put 4 up. But they can't afford to allow another. Held in by Craig. Craig, great pass into the slot. There it is. Oh, Asturo! How did he get that one? Are you not entertained? Craig to Goldstein. The pass deflects right to Oh my. Wow. Oh, Carson. Past the outstretched stick of Craig. And nearly playing the puck that would have been an icing was Terriazos. Came to his senses at just the final last moment there. To face off back down into the KPC zone. Hope you're having as much fun as I am, as this game has completely lost its mind 3 times over. It's 11-7. Face off, one cleanly. Goldstein, Craig, all the momentum for Southampton. Craig shot, missed the net wide, was looking for a tip in front. Goes right over the stick of McNamee. Craig, down low, McNamee, going right back up top for Craig. Settles it down, fans on the pass across, but getting over just in time to keep it in for the moment was Goldstein. Southampton, McNamee, just a touch behind the play. It's offside, 4:29 to go. In the third, Southampton trail by 4. They once trailed by 8. They have scored the last 3 goals in the game. 4 of the last 5. 5 of the last 7. 4 of the last 5. 5 of the last 7. Goals have belonged to Southampton in this 11-7 game. It was once 5-0 in favor of KPC as well. Allstat, wrist shot, glove save, Terriazos. And he'll hold on to it. 4:15 now left here in the third. Well, I want to remind you to check us out on social media at LI Sports Network on Instagram and wherever else. Get last night's best, updates on our stories of goals, scores, all the things you might want. A lot of great stuff our team are doing as that one just goes wide. All set out in front and a quick whistle. Puck face-off coming all the way out. Terriazos did stop it regardless. Not sure why the whistle came though. Maybe a touch with a high stick or a hand pass, not sure. Yeah, social media at LI Sports Network. Great stuff on there. Great stuff our team has been doing. You see that bottom ticker with all those stats, keeping you up to date on all the various levels of hockey. McNamee slides one all the way through. Goldstein back with it. Evan Goldstein splits through two Knights before getting it to Craig. Craig walks out in front, rejected from in front of the net by Waterman. McNamee cycling through. Along the near side, drops it for Craig. Craig trying to get around Picard. It's knocked down, and Craig, who has played a lot of hockey, much like everyone else here tonight, a little slow getting back, offside or KPC. And the miracle comeback for Southampton has one major enemy, and that is the clock. Only 3:24 left, 3:23 left here in the third period. In regulation time. What a fun game it's been. We got McNamee lined up all the way on the outside. Goldstein trying to win it on his backhand against Ryan Schwartz, or Joey rather. Southampton burst in, nice play by O'Sullivan. Shot wide. McNamee tried to spin it right back on, fanned on it. Goldstein helping out along the near side, and now Craig to Goldstein. Goldstein trying to bank one down at McNamee. Perhaps finally Declan McNamee running out of gas. Kessler in front, McNamee, save, rebound, it's loose, Astero doesn't know it. Oh my goodness. O'Sullivan. Pass intercepted. Joey Tozzolo, O'Sullivan getting back and making a great play, but still it's Austin Tozzolo. Shot blocked by O'Sullivan, and now Southampton going the other way. Home run past McNamee. Had to pick it up in the skates. Tough play to make. Fired around, just out of the reach of O'Sullivan, and now Tozzolo has Schwartz. Tozzolo across, Schwartz behind. Justin able to get back and forth we go. McNamee drops it. Goldstein, nice little move. Down the near wall. Fired around though once it got possessed by Waterman. It's Merritt, Bistry, and Emptage getting it on that far side. Taken away by Tozzolo, out of the zone, back in the zone, offside. With a $1:58 left in regulation. And it might be too little, too late for the Whalers, who have certainly made this game way more interesting than it had really any business being, outside of the sheer novelty of all those players, or lack thereof, and the penalties, and now the goal scoring. Looking for a call, not getting one. O'Sullivan around the net. Wrap around denied by Astero. Allstat speeding through the neutral zone. Empty net. Southampton, and Allstat will bury it. And will bury Southampton's chances of a comeback. Fourth of the game for Allstat. It is 12-7. It's not a baseball game score, that's a hockey score. Although for one of the New York teams, maybe the less said about baseball, the better. Oh, those poor, poor Mets. Allstat just for giggles and something else, makes it 13-7. Oh, Bardowski as well. 5th of the game for Brody Allstat. And he's been an all-star tonight. Is he done yet? No, Allstat for number 6. Skittered just wide. Picard just able to hold in. Behind Terriazos. Hits Allstat backhanding one just high and wide. As these two teams go to the final whistle. Flip behind. Not sure McNamee has really seen the bench since coming into the game. Banks went ahead. Goldstein just passed him. It will be an icing against Southampton. Just unable to get a touch was Evan Goldstein. He had a good opportunity if he had. Well, now that it's all but settled, KPC will improve to 2-0. Southampton 0-2 in the freshman division. And what's next for these two teams on the schedule? Southampton play Middle Country on October the 25th. Or pardon me, they play ESM on October the 4th. Then Middle Country on the 25th. And I think they're calling the game. I think they're calling the game with 36 seconds left. Well, next game on the schedule for Southampton, see if they start with all their players all the way through, will be Now this can't be right. I don't see, oh yes, Saturday, October 11th. It is correct. Saturday, October 11th. They'll play against Longwood, so another Saturday game. It's at 9:30 at night. See if everyone can show up for that one. Well, that'll do it for our coverage in what has been a roller coaster of a game. 13-7, your final score between KPC Southampton. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, Rowan Laddick, and you. Thank you again. Check us out on social media at LI Sports Network. But for now, that is all. 13-7. Thanks so much for tuning in to LI Sports Network.